Guys, I just wanted to take a few minutes to present to you an integrative arts therapy program that I developed for seniors living in long-term care. And I think this program would work really well with the residents that we have living at Mill Creek right now. The genre-specific focus here is going to be opera. I chose opera for a few different reasons. Lately, when I've been walking around the home and just asking residents in general what they'd like to be watching on the TVs in the common areas, I've been getting a lot of, music or concerts or plays and operas, things like that. So now more than ever, I think this is a great time to start implementing this program. I wanted to briefly touch on our mission, our values, and our goals as a program department in long-term care. So over the last 8 months, I've really learned a lot about promoting independent living and enhancing quality of life. But moreover, I feel that we have a responsibility to bring joy and happiness and laughter into the home. Right now during the pandemic especially, I think recreation leaders are really needed. Before getting into the program itself, I'll touch on our current demographics. So as we know, Mill Creek is a charitable nonprofit Christian home. Many of our residents today are European Canadian Christians. The interesting thing I find about our home and why I think these programs would work so well is that every unit seems to have their own strengths and weaknesses. For example, you look at the second floor, and up there everybody really likes visual art, painting, coloring, things like that. And then you go downstairs and I find we kind of steer away from doing programs like that. Everyone seems to really enjoy trivia, mental aerobics. And the nice thing about opera is it kind of incorporates music, acting, and many different elements. So getting right into the first program here, the one-day program, this is going to be called the Opera House Experience. And we're going to focus on bringing the Royal Opera House closer to home and creating valuable experiences surrounding opera as a genre. Essentially, the Opera House Experience is a 3-hour large group program intended to allow residents to experience attending a real opera in the comfort and safety of their own home. This program is intended to be delivered unit to unit, so it's not intended to be one event for the entire home. This program intends to bring the Royal Opera House to each unit in the home with 3 hours of interactive activities planned that everyone, regardless of their abilities, can enjoy. The nice thing about this program for us is that it's going to come to a relatively low cost. The biggest cost associated with this program is going to be supplies. Essentially, the preparation for this program is we want to make the dining room look like the background of this slide here. So a lot of these supplies we already have, a lot of these supplies we can have donated, and a lot of these supplies we can easily get from the dollar store or Walmart. So the cost is going to remain relatively low there. This is how the program is going to play out. So at 5 p.m. we will make the PA announcement that the event's going to take place in 30 minutes. Staff are going to be notified of all residents who have signed up to attend our Opera House Experience, and will be responsible for ensuring that all the residents with mobility restrictions are assisted to the common area for the event. Now, this event is going to be a black tie event, and it's going to require a lot of cooperation with PSW and nursing staff. We're going to need all hands on deck, ready to have everybody in their outfit of choice for 5:30. So that'll be one of the biggest challenges that we're going to face. I'm sure that we can make it happen. So at 5:30, the event is going to begin. All participants will meet in their black tie attire in the common area. Program staff are going to ensure that a soft opera playlist is playing on the speakers in the background. And the first activity is going to be individual and group photographs. We're going to allocate 20 minutes for photos to be taken, and this gives everyone the opportunity to see each other and enjoy each other's attire and socialize. We need to keep in mind that a lot of our residents haven't been photographed in a really long time, and so this is probably going to be pretty special for them. Then at 5:50, we're going to join in the common area to enjoy a 30-minute clip from the live recording of the Magic Flute on the large television. After this, at 6:30 p.m., we will have an intermission and allow 15 minutes to assist any residents who require help, and we're going to set up for group trivia. This also provides time for people to go to the bathroom or grab a glass of water or anything that they might have to do. 6:45, we'll roll into trivia. Now, I've come up with a set of 20 questions about the Magic Flute, but we can choose to change these if required. Then at 7:15, we're going to roll right into the after party. So we'll be porting residents from the common area into the dining room for non-alcoholic beverages and appetizers and desserts. Program staff, we're going to be responsible for encouraging conversation and socialization between the residents. Then finally at 8 p.m., hopefully everything's gone well. We'll be wrapping up and porting residents back to their rooms and allocate 1 hour to cleaning the unit's decorations. I've also come up with a 1-month program called the Magic Flute Memory Assessment Program. So this program is a 1-month program consisting of 4 separate 30-minute sessions. The objective of this program is to test the effect that opera music has on short-term memory. So this program is going to be delivered to the same group of small group of residents throughout all 4 sessions so that their memory skills over the course of the month can be documented. It is recommended that residents are grouped in relation to their cognitive thinking and processing skills. So those who have higher levels of cognition may not gain as much from the experience if their group members have a significantly slower thinking and processing skills or have trouble communicating, but this is not mandatory for the program to be successful. The nice thing about this program as well is that it's relatively low in cost for us. All we really need is access to a television and a recording of the Magic Flute. And I've also already prepared follow-up discussion questionnaires, and we'll have to have a notepad on hand for documenting. So every week we'll be gathering the same group as mentioned and playing clips of the Magic Flute. The order of the duration of the clips can vary. We're going to follow up the clips with discussions on the performances. So we'll ask questions like, did they enjoy the music? Do they recognize any of the themes? What are their general thoughts, opinions, feelings towards the clips that we're watching? We'll also be following up by asking the group a series of questions relating to the week's content. And it's important to note that these questions are going to remain the same every week so that a summative assessment can determine how well they retained the information from the program. So I went ahead and developed a survey that recreation leaders will be responsible for filling out once the program has been completed to determine how well individual residents retained information about the opera. And I can provide more information about accessing that questionnaire. Guys, I just wanted to take a few minutes to present to you an integrative arts therapy program that I developed for seniors. I've also gone ahead and created a sample poster that we could potentially put up in the home if we go ahead with this program. Of course, we'll have to change the time and the date to cater to each individual unit.